Good morning. Camping, me and Tim camping last night. Who's that? We just had to push start Tim's bike because the poor thing got a little bit cold last night. The bike, that is. Hello, Chris.
We just got this started because we had to by jump starting it, did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, he just said that.
So, not last night, but the night before it got to -4. And so that's why I brought this, to give me some extra warmth. A foam mat, and then on top of that, insulating layer, just an emergency blanket. And then on this trip, because it was going to be very cold, I brought a blanket, and that blanket wraps right around and I can put it over me. And sleeping bag, it is rated for sub-zero, but I still get cold if I didn't have this. And then bit of luxury, bring my pillow with me as well. So I got the tent and the pillow and the hammer, and I roll it up with the blanket. Now the other thing I probably should do is have a big plastic bag to protect the blanket, so the blanket doesn't get wet, but I forgot to. But it didn't rain too much, fortunately, so that's okay. This is like a big 4-wheel drive mattress bag, which I don't have, but it's perfect for fitting all this in. Yeah, those 4-wheel drive mats aren't self-inflating, so I prefer the self-inflating mattress. I just got the new one, the Sea to Summit Comfort mattress, which was very nice to sleep on last night. Oh. And it's actually quite light.
I've got the Ventura rack. You might be able to see it down here. It's, and this is the Ventura bag. Because my tent folds up really small, so that goes in the bottom. Then clothes, a couple of emergency blankets when it's cold, which I use for under my mattress and if there's an emergency. Then my pillow. I'm old and I like to be comfortable, so my pillow, phone, wallet, chargers, cameras, all that sort of stuff. There's lots of pockets. Then here is my mattress. My mattress is probably the biggest thing, but I need to be comfortable at night. And then my sleeping bag. And I've got it in the plastic bag because we could get rain. So that's what I do there. And just put it all together with Oki straps. And that's not going to go anywhere. I do go overboard with the Oki straps because once I didn't, and it did come off. So, and you can see these are very strong. I've had to sticky tape it a bit because I was using this when I had my big crash, so I had to tape it all back together. I might get it fixed one day, but that works well. I wish I could have more, but you can't have everything. I wouldn't mind panniers, but it's very expensive to do that on this sort of bike with the pipes being so high up. So now let's look at Chris's setup.
So I've gone to the expense of getting a Givi panniers and top box. So I'll show you a little bit how I pack them, but I'll show you another thing, and you probably have already seen this. See how the brake lights light up? So my brother-in-law and sister helped me with that. So it's a bit of and it's got indicators as well. Because there was one time where there was a car right behind me and I had to brake suddenly because a kangaroo jumped across the road, and I think, you know, the whole back of my bike lit up and let him know that I was braking, so that was good. So earlier you saw how I slept. This is my sleeping bag. Now I've got my chair, I think you may have seen me sitting on earlier, and that's my new mattress. I can jam everything in there. I've actually got a little bit more space if I want to put something in there. So this is the mono key system, so it's the same lock for taking it off your bike by pressing that. I would have to disconnect the wires first, they're back there, before I can take it off. But if I was going to take it off, I'll turn the key, press down on that button. You've got to sort of be a bit firm to take it off, and this one is to unlock that. And you can see I've got a bit of space still in there. Okay, around this side I pack usually my clothes, and I haven't brought too many clothes this time, so I've been able to fit my shoes in here as well, because we did a little bit of hiking. You got to make sure, one thing you got to make sure is that nothing's blocking the edge. You can see how it's quite insulated. There's an air gap between the compartment and outside. One thing I find on this bike is that the panniers are more stable. They don't bounce around as much as the top box. So I try and, when possible, to fit a camera here, and that tends to give a more stable image. My top box, which I usually always have on my bike, because I'm travelling reasonably light this time, I've got plenty of space in here just to put like the day pack, some motorcycle wet weather gear, and I've also got a puncture repair kit in there, and all my cameras and charger in there. And here there's a nice big space to put all our food. So we bought a little, what do you call this, a pot?
A billy.
A billy.
In Australia we call them billies.
Apparently in Australia we call them billies. But we needed to buy that just to help heat the hot water, so it was became very useful. We lost the knob. Well, I didn't lose the knob, but I lost the screw holding it. So I'll have to find another screw to replace that. But it was only, what, $13, $14. It's aluminium. So for this trip I've just put food in here, and that will, even if it piles up a little bit, that will still fit. One thing I did do, these Givi top boxes, this is the 46 litre top box, and it comes with like a document holder here, but the document holder is very difficult to open. I think it's probably a poor design. It's very awkward to open, so I've actually removed it, and it gives me a little bit more space to pack some things in. Now, how am I going to fit this kettle in? Let's see. Billy.
It's a billy with a spout.
I mean, if I wanted, I could probably put some food inside, or some bits and pieces, but I'm not gonna. I think I've got enough space not to worry about that. So I'll jam it in the corner here. There are also straps here to hold stuff down, but I don't tend to bother so much with the top box of doing that. And because we're camping here and we've got to take all our rubbish with us, I'll stick our rubbish in the top box. Hopefully there'll be enough room there. And when we find a bin, I'll throw that out. I might need to squeeze things down a little bit there. There we go. Not too bad actually. There we go. And as you saw earlier, I was rolling up my tent, and blanket and pillow and a hammer, all in a like an exercise mat. So that goes across. Now one thing I found is if I leave it like this will flap around in the wind. So I give it a bit of a twist, and then pull it back and tie it around my top box. Actually, I'll do a little knot here first so it doesn't undo. I won't do it too tight because I want to be able to undo it. So I'll just do a little knot there, and I'll pull that back. And I'll do a, what do you call them, a bow, or
slip knot.
A slip knot. I'll do that here so it's easy to take off. And that just stops that from flapping around. And then with the octopus straps, I'll pull it up over the bag and then attach that one that side. And then another octopus strap I'll do on this one here, and I'll just bring that across the other way and attach that down here. I do it this way because I don't attach it near the exhaust pipe, because I have burnt my hand once or twice. Burn my hand once, call you a fool, burn my hand twice, call me an idiot, or whatever the saying is. So I burnt my hand twice. There, done. All packed away, and we're ready to head back home.
Well, thank you for joining us, guys, on this trip. It was really good.
So we did a couple of videos, didn't we, on this trip? We did the first one the other day where we did it on... What did we do it on?
We do one on the BTS.
Yeah, the BTS2.
And
so check out that video if you haven't seen it. See you in the next video. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment.
Thank you. Over and out.